Good morning. Well, just a couple weeks. It's amazing how everything has woken up and grown. We've had to mow a couple times already, and there's been a lot of rain, and there's more expected. So as soon as the sun decides to come back out, we'll be mowing more. Chickens love it, though. To show you how the garden's doing. All my asparagus are up. And that's all mint coming up. And my oregano, I've been plotting to take over. And the rosemary's doing really well. That's the blackberry. It hasn't bloomed yet, but it's going to. And that's the raspberry. It doesn't done a whole lot, but it looks good. The onions from the house that I planted, they're about ready to bloom. And these are the plants that I started from seed, except for these guys. And those, I bought those recently. I potted these up a couple weeks ago. But all these are from seed. And they're doing various levels of good. What I had to do is start them on a liquid fertilizer. I was hoping that I could get away with natural fertilizer, and it just wasn't enough. My peas are doing amazing. Got my beans, my first batch of beans in. Normally I put them in the summer garden, but I wanted some just to eat. And the peas, yay, they're blooming. These are the English peas. They're doing really well. Down at their feet are the carrots, which are doing okay. Carrots grow slow. And then for something different, I tried the sweet snap peas, but it's called the bush variety. Not happy at all. I mean, they will climb, but you're supposed to be able to grow them in pots and stuff. Thought it'd be fun, but they're not going to give you a lot. Not like the regular vining peas. So it was an experiment. Next year, and it will be next year because it's going to be too hot to plant any more peas. We're already past that. Next year I'll just plant the regular ones that vine up. Potatoes are doing good. Rhubarb's doing good. I haven't been getting much growth out of these, and I have a terrible armadillo problem. Absolutely terrible, driving me crazy. The front lawn's totally destroyed. Anyway, cilantro, spinach, bok choy, lettuce, and believe it or not, these two rows do have some red Swiss chard coming up, but it's very small. And they keep disappearing, and I thought, well, they sprout and then they die? No. Yesterday I went out here in the morning after rain, and there was a big old fat slug just running along the road, just chomping everything down. So I'm not a beer drinker, but I'm gonna have to get me a can of beer and make a few slug traps. Everything I've read said that is the best thing. So we'll get those slugs drunk and out of the equation. It's too late to plant more of these, but it's something that I learned for next year. I still have furrows of potatoes. If you can see them, there's furrows that as potatoes sprout in the house, I'll put them in. These potatoes were put in a couple weeks ago, and they're starting to come up. These are the radishes. That's all that's left. Now I had long rows. There's the beans back there. And they just didn't do anything. So I figured I'm going to just water a little, fertilize a little bit, and the little bit have grown. So I like radish seed pods. So I'm going to let them bolt and do them for that. All my lettuce is bolting, broccoli, all of that. Over here I have more beans coming up. This is bok choy that wasn't doing anything until I started the fertilizer, and now it's actually growing, so we'll see what happens. These, I thought I would give it a try, and I just put in seeds for chamomile and parsley. Nothing's happened. Now, I know it takes a while, so I haven't given up yet, but I think next time, and again, it's too late to plant them again, I'll have to put them in, make seed flats, and then when they're big enough, then put them out. That always seems to work the best. I still have some peaches on my peach tree. A lot have fallen, and more may fall. That's okay this first year. Next year I'm going to cover it with a net so that the birds won't get them first. I'm having some kind of problem with my Dorset apple is fine. My Anna apple is not happy. Something's eating it, but it's also, parts of it are dying. See, that's dead. These were all green when they came out this spring, and there's these tent caterpillars. I just pull them off and the chickens eat them. But I'm not sure what to do about it. It has been fertilized. I just have to let things happen. I'm kind of on the whatever survives is the best thing to grow. The rabbit eye blueberry made blueberries, but it's sparse. But I have gotten a acid fertilizer, and I'm starting to use that on it, and I've already noticed a difference. Here's the well, it's hard to tell. The Better Homes and Garden blueberry. I don't know what kind it is with one single blueberry, and it's looking really good. It just never did make blueberries. But anyway, that's my garden for now. Everything is going absolutely crazy. It's spring, weeds, grass, everything is growing super fast. It's amazing to watch. It smells amazing. It's also an amazing amount of work to keep up with. Oh well, I also got some new chicks to try from Tractor Supply. And there's Elvis. And I think they are gray silkies, but even the people at Tractor Supply weren't sure. So they're either silkies or Bantam Cochins. And I'll take either ones because I love the gray color. We'll see what happens. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll talk to you later.